Veda, day 28. Today marks a pretty historic day in both Kenyan history and the history of the world. I'm sure by now you've seen the hashtag worth more alive and ivory burn on Twitter or on Facebook or even Instagram, which is basically dealing with the ivory trade and stopping poaching. Animal poaching is illegal in Kenya, along with many other places around Africa and the rest of the world. So today our president, along with other leaders from various organizations and other countries, decided that they are going to send out a message to all poachers that they're not welcome in Kenya and that we are going to put a stop to poaching. So what they decided to do is to take 105 tons of ivory and as well as 1.35 tons of rhino horn and burn it. All of this ivory and rhino horn had a market value of 172 million US dollars. 172 million. Most of the ivory is from poachers that would come to Africa and go around killing animals and then try and use Kenya as a transit to wherever they were going. But some of the ivory that was burnt was also from animals that had died of a natural death. I wasn't actually at the event because I was at work, but I was following the hashtag worth more alive on Twitter, and it's still going right now if you want to check it out. And it's funny to see the different perspectives guys had on the whole ivory burning situation. There's a lot of opinion on why we are burning the ivory as opposed to, doing other things with it. Someone actually asked why we aren't selling it. How would us selling it be different from the poachers selling it? Isn't it still illegal? Isn't it still an illegal thing if we sell it? How can we be out here fighting for poaching yet still profiting from the poaching? The take home, the underlying, the bottom line, the foundation is that we don't want poaching. We want to protect our animals. We want to take care of our national heritage. And personally, I want to have my kids be able to know what an elephant is, not to be like, oh, these extinct animals, because we didn't know how to act right. I also saw some pictures floating around of how other countries have been dealing or dealt with their ivory problems. For example, Botswana made this beautiful, beautiful elephant monument out of the tusks. So, as a symbol to the end of poaching in Botswana. And I agree that is the more creative route to take with the tusks and the rhino horns and stuff. But to me, that doesn't really do much for the actual trading and poaching of animals because it's a statement, but it still has the value. Those are still worthy of the money. If anything were to happen and somehow someone took one tusk, they can still sell it in the black market for just the same price. This isn't the first time this whole burning thing has happened in Kenya, let alone in Africa. I think the first time was in 1989 if I'm not wrong. Because of that burning, the market price for the tusks went from $300 down to $5. So you kind of literally interrupt the whole market system of these guys who are selling this stuff in the black market, which is why I personally think burning it is the best idea. Of course, now this comes in times with the government now doing their bit to actually get these guys, get these poachers and prosecute them and put them behind bars and not just make them pay fines which they can probably afford. But that now is just a whole other issue for a whole other video. I think the thing that baffles me the most is what are we still using ivory for? What do you really, in your day-to-day, what do you want ivory for? Also, isn't rhino horn made of keratin, which is the same thing that our nails are made of? So I think instead of going to the manicurist guys, next time just clip your nails into a bucket, collect all your nail clippings and let's ship them over to wherever these people are, China, so they can carry on doing whatever they want to do with it and leave our animals alone. Anyway, I just wanted to hear what you guys thought of the whole burning thing that happened today. Are you team burn? Are you team sell? And who are you trying to sell it to? Or are you team make a monument as a reminder to poachers and to other people that we will not tolerate this in our country or in our continent? Also, if you're 17 years old and you want to see the pyres burning at the national park, for the next 3 days you have free access. So if you're 17 and below, definitely check it out. Thank you for watching today's Veda and I will see you tomorrow.